The dual engine failure led to a tragic Air India crash in Ahmedabad on June 12th, in which over 250 people were killed. New evidence in the aftermath of the A171 crash has shed light on the sequence of events leading up to the disaster, with probe into the emergency systems aboard the aircraft suggesting that a dual engine failure may have played a significant role in the incident. Many experts are saying that the dot visible in the new footage can be a manifestation of a rat that got activated. So what is a rat? It's the RAM turbine, which is called RAM Air Turbine, a device used on the aircraft to generate emergency power when the primary engine fails. It deploys into the airstream and uses the aircraft forward motion to generate power for the essential systems such as flight controls, hydraulics. Its activation on the 171 suggests that the plane may have faced a catastrophic loss of engine power shortly after takeoff. Depending on the aircraft and configuration, the RAT can power flight control systems, instruments, communications, hydraulic systems, and basic navigation systems. Many experts are of the view that it looks like both the engines gave away.
I'm going to zoom in on something and I'm going to show you something and explain it, because this is a total game changer. Right there, my friends. Take a look. We've circled it for you. Now, a lot of people have been talking about the theory that the RAT had deployed. What's a RAT? It's a RAM Air Turbine. It deploys on many airplanes have it. 787 has it. 777 has it. The RAT is basically just behind the wing on the right side of the airplane. There's a little door that holds it in, and it looks like a little Evinrude motor. It's a little two-bladed prop, and the purpose of the RAM Air Turbine is to provide electrical and hydraulic pressure for the aircraft in an extreme emergency. On the 787 in particular, there's three things that will deploy the RAT, and it deploys automatically. A massive electrical failure, a massive hydraulic failure, or a dual engine failure. So any one of those three things will cause that RAT to deploy. There was a Japan Air 787 that landed in an emergency with the RAT deployed. So you can hear one, because you can see this clearly. So let me run that for you and listen to it.
Now, Dreamliner is known as a more electric aircraft, replacing traditional pneumatic and hydraulic systems with advanced electrical architecture. This design shift makes the aircraft lighter, more efficient and better performing. Less weight means more fuel savings, and a key innovation in modern aviation. A lot of people are saying that if the RAT has come into operation, then it's telling statement on the state of the aircraft. I'm joined by Group Captain V.N. Jha, aviation expert, senior scientist, aerospace, and Captain Akshay Chopra, former pilot, Indian Air Force, and aviation expert. Mr. Jha, please decode this for us. RAT.
Okay. Kartike, look, right now I think
Can you speak a little louder, sir?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Look, right now, I think it will be better to avoid any of these speculations. You know, when the moment you go off to system level and subsystem level, if this not worked, what would have come? You know, this is slightly premature right now. Look, I have been telling you from day one, you can form your opinion what you see. What you see are the two video clips and nothing more than that. Now, investigation team has been formed. They are all coming up there. And you know, the first task of the aviation team is, the first and foremost thing is preliminary account of authentic sequence of events. Now, that is visible by the authentic video clips. If you have authentic witness what is there, and this accident has happened right at the end of the runway. So air traffic controller, maybe approach control traffic controllers, they would have witnessed it with their own eyes that what exactly has happened. You know, they see these aircrafts take off, roll, actual takeoff, rate of ascent of different types of aircraft. It is different. On that particular day, when the temperature is slightly high, how is the thin air supporting the aircraft lift? So all those things, they are used to it. They should be able to give their raw account of right now this thing. That is what will give the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau a preliminary account of authentic sequence of events. And then thereafter, there are various people in that group who will be collecting all possible evidence from the crash site, from the
Mr. Jha,
aircraft.
when I'm saying this, it's not something which I produced out of thin air. It has been published
I
by
know.
all national
I know.
dailies. People have written editorials on it. People, experts have spoken on it. So my job is to put on plate what is already there in public discourse. So let me also introduce Captain Akshay Chopra. I mean to say, first of all, can we decode RAT for our viewers? What does it mean? What does it do? At least let's explain this to our viewers.
Okay. So now RAT, or in full form what we call it as ram air turbine, is basically a twin engine propeller, you can say, which comes out of an aircraft only during very serious emergencies. So it's like in the most layman terms, you can think it as a fan, which basically it's like a motor which is running the electrical systems, or during dual engine failures or during hydraulic failure. This is the turbine which is basically generating power for the aircraft in an extreme emergency. Now, when we talk about this particular case, as Group Captain Jha also said very, very clearly, and believe me, I've been on almost all the channels from last 2 days, in day and night we have been there, and all are making speculations based on the observations, and ultimately it comes out to be the same thing, that till the time the entire team sits and the black box is decoded, it's milked properly, and then the report comes out, we can't really be sure of anything. However, certain things are very, very clear when we observe this particular incident which has happened. Firstly, during the takeoff roll, the aircraft was able to achieve the V1. The V1 is the speed which we achieve before we take off. So it means there was absolutely no emergency during the takeoff roll, otherwise the takeoff would have been aborted. Now, immediately after rotation, maybe around 200 feet or something, the captain gave the call for Mayday. It means the most serious emergency suddenly occurred after the takeoff. The Mayday is not a simple call. It's the most serious emergency in case of a total electrical failure, or a engine fire, or an engine failure or something. Second, we really can't see any sway in the wings or any movement in the aircraft. It's a very steady flight which is going up. So there's no single engine failure which has happened. The aircraft is quite level. It's not swaying left or right. That's number one. Second is, if you actually heard, the most important point was from the lone survivor. He very clearly said that during this short period of takeoff, when there was black, the cabin went black and the emergency lights came out. It simply meant that there was a total electrical failure. That was quite visible. Absolutely. The second thing is that the landing gear is down. So this also means that this was also accompanied by a hydraulic failure. Otherwise, the landing gear would have been up. Or also, we can also say one thing, that maybe the captain was trying to think that maybe he'll be able to land the aircraft. That's why he kept the landing gear up. We'll see that once the conversation and everything is out. The third was, of course, we are expecting a dual engine failure in this case. The best part about the captain was that the aircraft was going absolutely straight down. So, it was not going left or right. There was no bank. It was a very controlled flight going down. So the captain must have tried all his experience to, get the thrust on. And the ram air turbine was on. You can not just see ram air turbine. There was if you actually observe the video, there's a very clear and a different noise which the ram air turbine makes. That noise is very clearly audible. So, all these things tell us again what Group Captain Jha said, and as all the news channels and dailies are also saying, total electrical failure, hydraulic failure, dual engine failure, all these things are possibilities and quite close to the possibilities. So that's what we are all speculating right now. And of course, when we talk about this aircraft, the biggest surprise part here is not just what happened, it is about to the aircraft to which it has happened. It's a Dreamliner. It is like the Rolls-Royce of transport aircrafts. Now, if a Dreamliner with 3 backups of electrical systems, can go through all this, it's very surprising, and Boeing has a lot to answer after this.
Mr. Jha, Boeing has a lot to answer.
Karthikeya, Captain has told you an entire sequence of events, how it has happened in possibilities, in most probabilities. If you recollect, on the same day, I had sat with you and we had run this video clip many times at every phase. I tried to indicate you these are the possibility things that as an aircraft accident investigator, you said the same. You said it, sir. You said it. Yeah. Correct. So,
Yes.
so look, I have also got the experience of doing the investigation by myself. I am not speaking from some text or something here. This is how we have the approach. What I was going to trying to tell you is today is the third day that AIB is there, and I am very sure the CVR would have been run a couple of times. It will be heard by the team. The entire transcript will be obtained by that, and that will tell you the rough evidence sequence of evidence what exactly has hit the aircraft, subsequently supported by all evidence that is likely to be collected. And those evidence, as I was trying to narrate to you, that it will come from the crash site. It will
A
come
lot of
from
newspapers have said this is a more electrical aircraft than the previous aircrafts.
Look, any advanced aircraft has got most of the computerization as a level 1, as a redundancy, as standby to standby. That is how the advancement has happened. These aircrafts are the Dreamliner is the state of the art aircraft. So it is flown by our LCA. I was one of the system designer scientists in the LCA defining. It is flown by wire. Fly-by-wire aircraft, we call it. So everything is computerized. You don't, pull your force to apply some pressure onto it. Everything is done by the computer. So all these advanced aircrafts have got that side of, technologies. And I again re-emphasize you, this aircraft is the Dreamliner. It is one of the most advanced aircraft today, transport aircraft in the world. It has got the level of redundancy that we can't usually imagine of. So that is the type of things, and that is the type of aircraft, the safety requirement it has gone through, that this is the first aircraft accident of the entire stretch of the time that you have been seeing 787 flying. So that is where I was trying to, give you the hint what all will come up in very short time. I told you CVR. Input will be there with the AIB in a very short time. The crash site will give you some picture.
I run short of time, but you made a very pertinent, sir, you had made a very pertinent observation that then Captain Chopra, Mr. Jha had told me that generally a Dreamliner will not go the entire runway, it would take off before that.
Yes.
And that day he said, one thing which I find something very different is that it used the entire runway for the takeoff.
No, now that can be also because of the load it is carrying. It was a fully loaded aircraft flying towards London, carrying almost 250 plus passengers, almost 242 crew plus passengers, and then a lot of luggage. And also, maybe it has used the entire length of the runway because, as I said, that in case anything would have indicated the pilot that, okay, there's something wrong, he would have aborted it, long before the takeoff. So it means there was no indication. And let me tell you one more thing. The engines which we are talking about, the GE engine which are there in 787, they're next generation engines. Just one engine itself is powerful enough to carry the aircraft with full load across the Atlantic. It's so powerful engines. So and there are more than 1,200 aircrafts flying around the world, 787s. So this is the first of its kind accident, and it has been fatal to a next level. It's the greatest disaster we have seen. So, there are a lot of speculations coming in. Yeah, one more observation. I'm sorry.
I'm really run short of time, sir. 15 seconds. I'm really sorry. We started a little late. 15 seconds, sir.
Yeah, sorry. So there was one more observation. Is it me or Captain Jai?
Is it you? I only got 15 seconds. I really have to close the show, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now again, there was one more observation. I'm sure Captain Jha must have seen that. Was the clean configuration of the aircraft. I don't know why the flaps were not there. The aircraft doesn't fly in such clean configuration. So again, we are trying to connect the dots. But ultimately, irrespective, it's the black box.
Okay. Thank you, both of you. Today I've really run short of time. Maybe another day. So this is all I have on point. I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and good night.
जब से माँ को नानी के यहाँ भेजा है कितने चिड़चिड़े हो गए हो।
बेटा टीबी है उसको।
टीबी का इलाज तो यहाँ भी हो सकता है, फिर क्यों भेज दिया?
अगर वो यहाँ रहती ना तो लोग कन्नी काट रहे होते हमसे।
मुझे लोग नहीं, मम्मी।
अरे क्या अर्जुन, उठेगा तो सरप्राइज देंगे। हाँ?
अर्जुन
बहुत मिस कर रहा था तुमको।